Yeah.
I'm Dane Fiden.
I'm Caitlin Tamula.
That's Matt Wilson. Yeah, that's him.
Hi everyone, we're here with NHS News reporting to you about an Iowa veteran.
The Veterans Affairs Inspector General is now investigating the death of a 33-year-old Iowa veteran, whose family asked for him not to be named. He committed suicide after a psychiatrist refused to admit him to a psychiatric ward.
In 2013, this veteran returned home from serving in the Marines and the National Guard and retired from the military before he took his life. He wrote when he returned home, "I came home from a war only to be lost in the fog of another war."
He was struggling with PTSD and addictions to painkillers and heroin, when it all boiled down to an emergency visit in July, and he asked the psychiatrist to be admitted to a psych ward. The psychiatrist refused to admit him.
The psychiatrist knew about this veteran's history. He was not a new patient. The doctor knew that the veteran had been flagged on at least 2 occasions for suicide in the past 3 years.
He expressed his thought on Facebook after being turned away from the treatment, saying, "They gave up on me," just hours before he took his life.
And the questions still remain unanswered. Why did Iowa City VA Medical Center give up on him? If they knew his past history, why did they stop and give up, especially if he was the one asking for help?
His family aren't the only ones asking the questions as to why. More information on the story after a short commercial break.
Veterans need options when it comes to the treatments. As of right now, medical marijuana is not one of them. Even though it's legal in 23 states, it is still Schedule I drug according to the federal government. If a veteran even wants to consider this route of treatment, a veteran affairs doctor cannot help them. They need to seek a non-VA doctor for help. And if they do that, that means the VA will not cover the costs, and they have to pay a lot of money through their insurance. Senator Kirsten Gillibrand is calling on the Department of Veteran Affairs to change the rules on medical marijuana in states it is legal and allow VA doctors to discuss this option with their patients.
Now back from our commercial break, we're going to head over to Dane talking to a Democrat about her views on the story we just told.
Thank you guys. Wow, that really is such a tragic story. I'm here now with local Democrat Caitlin Tamilo to talk to her about medical treatment availability for veterans. What is your initial reaction to this story?
I was very shocked and heartbroken that they could not provide him with the treatment that he needed. It's so shocking to see these men and women come back from fighting in a war only to be forgotten.
Do you agree with the doctor's decision to turn away the patient?
Absolutely not. If he was the person asking for that help, he should have been provided the help that he needed.
How do you think more situations like this can be prevented in the future?
I feel that the doctors should have to sign some kind of form saying that they cannot turn away the patient, especially if they are the ones asking for the help. And they should be reprimanded if doing so.
Oh, thank you so much for your time. Back to you guys.
It's so nice that there are corporations and local businesses that are trying to help out our veterans.
Yeah, and now we're going to go to Matt, who's interviewing a local business owner from right here in Schenectady.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with local business owner Brad McCormick, the owner of Lyle's Hoagies. So, Brad, how you doing today?
Good, very good.
So, we're just going to ask you some questions about the treatment of our military and the veterans. Do you support the military?
Absolutely. Absolutely. You can't really have a successful country of any sort without a military, so definitely.
What do you think about the issue of how our military is treated and how our veterans get treated on a daily basis?
Well, I don't think people realize what people in the military go through. I'm not brave enough to be in the military, so whether it's how they get treated when they come back, as far as getting jobs or financial support, or just people, rallying against wars that they could insult people that are putting their lives on the line. So I think there's a big problem with how they're treated.
Okay. And what do you think we can do as a country to improve how they're treated?
As a country, I think, first of all, people need to realize exactly what kind of life they have wherever they are. Even if they're stationed in the U.S. or overseas, they have to see what they go through on a daily basis. And other than that, I think just really people need to really get back to people that basically give up their freedom while they're serving, so we can be safe here.
All right, thank you, Brad.
Absolutely.
All right, back to you guys.
New York Life. One of the biggest healthcare providers in the country tries to hire as many veterans as they can. Roughly 65% of New York Life's new hires are veterans. This helps the company grow and helps the veterans get jobs and helps them reassimilate into civilian life. Another company that tries to hire veterans is USAA. This is an insurance company for veterans exclusively, and their staff is 15% veterans, and they're committed to having at least 30% of their new hires being veterans. We need more companies like this to help get veterans off the streets because there are so many homeless veterans in our country.
Early in our segment today, we had Dane interview a local Democrat. Now we're going to go talk to Sarah to talk to a local Republican on his views as well.
Thanks, Caitlin. So I'm here today with local Republican Matthew Wilson, and I'm going to ask him some questions about how he thinks our veterans are treated today. So, what do you think about how our veterans are treated?
I believe that our veterans need the fair treatment they deserve. They should always have the help and health care they need, and they should never have to wait for any help just to risk their health coming worse.
Of course. And now, do you support our military and our veterans?
Absolutely. I feel like our servicemen and women are the backbone of our country. I don't think that we'd have the opportunities or privileges that we have today without them.
And what do you think are the reasons that cause our veterans to be mistreated?
I think that the main reason is the lack of available and adequate resources. There's a lot of veterans that are suffering from physical and mental disorders. I think that another reason is some people don't really appreciate what they have, and they don't appreciate the men and women who gave up everything to provide them with what they have today.
All right, thank you very much.
Oh, shit.
You still want to cut it out.
Republican Matthew Wilson talking to him today.
Today, Swift. You didn't ask the goddamn question.
Think about our veterans and how they are treated. What?
We have it. 1.
Wait, hold on. Should I stick my whole body out?
Sure.
Okay.